Good evening, everyone. This is Ken Bay. I'm from Singapore, and I've been in the financial services and investments business for the last 30 years. Nothing has been so exciting in the last 3 years since Satoshi Nakamoto came out with this whole ideas of Bitcoin. Now, so today's subject is going to be focusing on the rise and the fall of utility tokens. Not many people really bothers about the utility token because of this ICO opportunity or windows where there are bad, good, and ugly projects that surface in the market. Many people make money and many people lost money as well. So, but at this time is a time that all of us has got to pay attention to the power of these utility tokens that build on this technology 4.0s. So today's topics we're going to talk about the rise and the falls of utility tokens. Now, first thing first, in order to appreciate what cryptocurrency is and technologies of 4.0 is, let's look at Bitcoins. Now, Bitcoins has been in the market since Satoshi Nakamoto came out with this ideas. What he was trying to do is actually to solve one very important pain points of people, that is money transfer challenges. Now, we all know that currently, or it has been, that every records that we make a transaction through the bank has been centralized. And we all know that being centralized, some of the businesses may not welcome these ideas because everything can be tracked, monitored, and eventually, when anything goes wrong, it is easy to find out and to catch the persons that is in that positions. Now, so it was really interesting when blockchain came in the pictures, when this guy Satoshi Nakamoto builds on this technology 4.0, it actually solved a very important challenges of today's money transfer issue. That is, they allow the records to be decentralized, and because of decentralizations, people to people, business can then move their transaction. In this case, for Bitcoin, is essentially there's a values where people link it up to currency. In this case, we need to say, if I want to transfer $1 million to you, I could easily use the values of Bitcoin to do the transaction in the most centralized way because of blockchain. And the other thing about blockchain is that it's technically unhackable because it has got this cryptography securities that built into these technologies. Now, what was interesting is this, that because of Bitcoin's success, between 2015 and 2018 emerged this very interesting smart contracts businesses. These smart contract businesses actually focus a lot on creating an open source blockchain where people can come in and build smart contract and tokens on the blockchain technologies. And thus, many companies are able to use, in this case, example like Ethereum, COS, and all, to build their tokens. And because of this open source smart contract blockchain, all right, it is just so convenient for businesses to go in or entrepreneurs to go in and develop their own tokens. And thus, because it's the ease of developing tokens, many of them use it properly. Obviously, many of them take advantage of this, and sometimes to the extent of scamming people. But the fact remains is that Ethereum, for example, has successfully built a blockchain for everyone to use. So when everyone uses it, what does it mean? It means that the values of the tokens, that is Ethereum, has steadily grown because of the demands and utility. Now, what we all need to know is moving forward. Now, moving forward, there is an important needs of payment solutions. It's just like in the whole traditional world right now, we have Visa, we have PayPal, we have got the MasterCards. What do? we use that media or payment solutions to be able to transact between the consumers and the business or the service and products providers. Now, payment solution in this case is a very important bridge to businesses. In this case, something got to happen that will be a payment solution happening for cryptocurrency. Now, we all have heard about MOC cards and all. So you notice that there are very good companies that started developing payment solutions for the mass market to be able to transact using cryptocurrencies with the businesses that provide products and services. Now, next thing that will come, and I'm sure you guys, all of us in the community, and understand the power of this technology 4.0, next thing going to happen is that businesses must start to develop business on technology 4.0, particularly in the areas of commerce. Commerce is basically creating this whole ecosystem where products and services and communities of people comes together and adopt a certain utility token so that they can transact among themselves. Let it be online and offline. And most likely, a lot of it will happen in online because after all, blockchain exists as a technology online and so on. Now, so once the commerce has been developed, so next thing is going to happen is that because every commerce comes with revenues, all right? And it is because all businesses started to generate revenues using such ecosystem, then will the values of the token be able to define. So once values of tokens can be defined according to utility, according to real business transactions, and according to the fact that there is a community interest in the particular tokens, eventually when people start to be able to define the values of tokens just like shares, in stock market, we all know how to value shares of the company by looking at what the company does, and of course, what is the P/E ratio to the extent of the expense ratio to be able to determine how valuable a share is. Thus, in the exchange, I buy and I sell to make money. So I believe that it is the same thing that will happen in utility tokens, that eventually there will be a clarities as in predictabilities and transparencies of how values of utility token can be defined. Then the next big things will happen will be the crypto exchange. Now, crypto exchange is really a platform for the public to come into it and transact. And once there is trading volumes and liquidity, in this case, will then be the crypto that will then start to perform in terms of liquidities and public interest. As of now, as we all can see, that most crypto exchanges really is not efficient. Can you imagine that in a crypto exchange, about 80% or more are only focused on Bitcoin. Bitcoin itself already dominates market caps of 70%, leaving Ether and the rest of the top 20. Which means to say is that if you were to put your new tokens into such exchanges, technically there won't be any liquidity for you to survive. And it is indeed true that most of the altcoins or alternate coins that goes into such exchanges has got no interest for obvious reason. Many of them are unreal business. We can't, as a public, be able to go in and suggest that this is a good coin or be able to read the P/E of the particular token. Thus, as of now, most crypto exchanges are in the very early stage. They needed to be regulated. They needed to be able to create really good utility and be able to onboard very genuine, good crypto tokens. And in this case, you'll find that early on when I speak about the commerce, the payment solution, I feel that going forward, as soon as utility token can be valued and can be defined, will then exchanges become a very, very good business to go in. And I hope you enjoy these sessions, and thank you very much.